Hello spooky bats and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is the only Christmas themed video that I will be making on my channel this year. As you can see, we set up our pretty Christmas tree, and today's video is going to be a gift guide for goth and alternative people with items that I personally really enjoy. Now, the items in this video are all going to be items that I personally own, either have given as gifts or have received as gifts. Some of these items have been sent to me as promotional items, or some of the brands have collaborated with me in the past. However, that does not influence whether I put them in this guide or not. The things that I mention in here are things that I would either love to receive as gifts or give as gifts to friends of mine. So without further ado, let's get started. The first item that I want to show is this picture frame. It has been in one of my videos as well. It is one of my perfect picture frames that I have in this house, specifically because of the color combination. Black and red are my favorite colors, if you haven't been able to tell yet, and this picture frame is just perfect. You can put it like this, and you can also put it like this, so kind of on its side. The picture in it is a holiday picture of my partner and me. I want to replace it with a better picture, a more fitting picture, but that will happen someday in the future. So it is a wooden frame. You can stand it either straight or like this, and it also has like a hook so that you can actually attach it to the wall if you would like to. So I would really recommend this picture frame as a gift, either with a picture in it or without. And of course, all of the links of all of the things that I am mentioning will be in the description box of this video. The next items should come as no surprise if you know me a little bit, and it is bat plushies. Now, I have this very cute bat keychain, similar ones that you can find online. I bought it at a convention. However, I also own a bunch of bat plushies, and most of the time I try and buy these from bat sanctuaries or bat rescue foundations. This gorgeous bat plushie was gifted to me by my now partner, and this is one of the favorite bats that I have. And then the second one came from the same shop that I bought the keychain at. It is a very big, soft, black and brown eared bat plushie. Now, the place where I bought both the big plush and the keychain was actually a booth at a convention that I was at, and they had tons of bats. There is another store that I personally really enjoy, that I personally have products from but could not find them because they're probably still in a box, and it is called Fles Art. It's a German girl who makes all sorts of bat related items. So I will be linking everything that I can still find in the description box, and will also be linking you to Fles Art. The next items that I really want to talk about is jewelry, and more specifically jewelry made by one of my best friends, Josie from Ayame Designs. She hand makes every single necklace, every single pair of earrings, every single item that is for sale on her website, she makes herself. So these are some of my favorite pieces. I'm also wearing bone earrings today. I have a lot of jewelry by Josie. Now, the main thing that I absolutely love is, first of all, she makes very good quality jewelry. It's all stainless steel or coated in a anti-tarnish coating, so no allergies guaranteed if you're not allergic, of course, to stainless steel. And then also she custom makes everything, so you can ask for a custom order to have it color match to whatever you like. You can have it made longer, shorter, change the style, have something completely unique made for you. So personally, I really love Josie's shop, and I also have a discount code for her, which will be on screen here because I can never remember discount codes. And of course, by buying from a small business, you support her and you really help her out as well. And I personally really prefer buying from small businesses than to buying from large corporations. Up next is makeup. And I know goths wear a lot of makeup, so that's why I've included it in this video. Although my makeup today is rather neutral. Main reason is because I have having eye problems, and if you look very closely, you can see that one of my eyes is more shut than the other, and for that reason I have to be a little bit more careful with eyeliner. I am going to see a specialist for this, no worries, but makeup is something that I personally really love, and I have been a long-time fan, supporter, and just overall super happy of the products by Notoriously Morbid. Now, this coffin shaped palette is one of my absolute go-tos nowadays. As you can see, you can open it, and I have a collection of eyeshadows in here that I frequently use. So as you can see, super beautiful palettes. The colors in here, these are some of the neon colors, black and white of course, and then a neutral shade. And I absolutely love using this palette. It is one of my most picked up makeup items. And of course, Notoriously Morbid has way more makeup than I am showing you right now. This is one of my favorite lipsticks. It's Druidess. So I will just list my favorite items by Notoriously Morbid in the description box of this video, but I have a ton more. They have lipsticks, eyeshadows, face products. The contour that I use is Necromancy. I love their setting powder. It's a super silky, fine, soft setting powder without white kickback. Their eyeliner is super amazing if you're into felt eyeliners. So I could highly recommend if you're still looking for things to buy something at Notoriously Morbid. They are, however, based in the US, so if you're US based, I would super recommend going to the actual store because they also sell clothing, they sell piercing jewelry, they sell a lot of things aside from makeup. You can also, of course, order it online. And of course, after mentioning makeup products, I also need to mention hair dye. And why do I mention hair dye? Because as you can see, mine is quite faded right now. It has a purpose. I'm working on a video on showing you how my hair fades and how I do the upkeep of my ombre hair, but this is the hair dye that I use. It is from Attitude Holland and it is called Rage. Now I currently mix it with some leftover reds that I have that are more orangey red from Orange brands to get the exact shade of red that I want, but I have ordered the combination of the two reds from Attitude Holland's own brand hair dye, and I'm going to combine those for a future video in which I will be showing you the difference in shade on my hair. So my hair is currently in I think this is week 3 of not re-dyeing my hair, so this is what it looks like after 3 weeks. However, getting hair dye for anyone who has colored hair, especially unnatural colors, we need to do upkeep of our hair so often to keep the color nice and vibrant. So if you know the exact hair dye they are using, feel free to get them some more. It will be super appreciated. And then the last physical items on my list are books. The books I'm showing you today are some of my personal favorite books. I'm going to start with 2 actual reading books. The first one is of course Bram Stoker's Dracula. This is one of the novels that started it all for me. It is one of the books that really got me into reading. I personally love to read in English, so this is the English version. So Bram Stoker's Dracula for me is an all-time classic that I really love reading, and it is very inexpensive as well. And then of course Neil Gaiman's Neverwhere. I think together with Poppy Z. Bright's Lost Souls, this has to be one of my all-time favorite books. It is a very mystical book, and you can see from the state it is currently in, it is falling apart because I've read it so many times. I read this book at least once a year. So if you know someone who is into dark fantasy literature, I could hardly recommend getting this book. And then let's get into what I like to call the coffee table books. These are very accessible, pretty books. This one is called Somewhere Leather, Somewhere Lace, and this one is about more the origins of the goth subculture. I'm just flipping through really quickly right now. It is a very pretty book with lots of pictures in it, which I personally could really recommend. And then the last book on my list is called The Art of Gothic. And this book is a very pretty book with lots of pictures, lots of different examples of Gothic art, not only looking at photography or paintings, but everything in between. So if the person who you are buying a gift for is into more the Gothic style of artwork, I could highly recommend this. This is one of my all-time favorite books that I leave onto the table almost anytime we have someone visiting, and I also refer to this for inspiration. I hope these tips inspire you to find an actual physical gift. If you did, give it a big thumbs up. If not, then keep on watching, because right now we're getting into digital gifts. So that was it if you are on time to order gifts, so they arrive on time for the holidays. However, I personally sometimes suck at finding a gift on time, or by the time that I've decided what I want, it is no longer for sale. So there is of course a great alternative for this, and it is gift cards. I personally only get gift cards if I know that someone is looking for something very specific that I cannot get, or if it's something that they have a bigger budget for. And let me give you an example. One of my friends is saving up for a big tattoo piece, and one of the gifts that I would probably give her is a gift card for that specific tattoo artist that is tattooing her. If you really don't know what to buy for someone, and if you're really out of ideas, but this is like the lowest originality gift card you can find, buy them them a gift card from an alternative store such as Attitude Holland, which ships worldwide, from Notoriously Morbid, who on top of makeup also have clothing, accessories, homeware, etc., or other alternative shops that you enjoy. The final digital gift that I want to suggest is a subscription to services such as Spotify, Netflix, Disney Plus, etc. I personally love using Spotify, but I know that not for everyone spending 10 euros a month on a music streaming service is possible. So if you know that your friend really loves Spotify and really enjoys listening to it, then maybe consider gifting them a subscription for a few months of Spotify. Same goes with Disney Plus, with all of the other subscription services. You have a bunch out there, but I know for some of my friends it is really appreciated if I give them something similar to this. And of course, if you really don't know what they want, an Amazon gift card could also work, or from a bookstore or something similar. In the description box, you will find the links to the shops or products that I have mentioned. If I have discount codes for you, they will also be mentioned there, so be sure to have a look. The next few videos are not Christmas themed on my channel or holiday related. Some are related to winter, but that's normal because it is winter here in Belgium currently. So I'm already going to wish you happy holidays if you celebrate them. Before I end this video, I of course want to thank my patrons, and more specifically my high tier patrons: Anders, Jerry, Jen, JB, Professor Gothic, and Elroy. Thank you so much for supporting my channel, it means the world to me. And of course, to each and every one of you, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next week with a new video. Bye!